Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're doing exactly that. We're digging into some really insightful bits from Morgan Housel's bestseller, The Psychology of Money. You know, finance often feels so mathematical, right?
Uh,
All spreadsheets and numbers. But Housel just turns that on its head.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't your standard finance book. No hot stock tips, no complex formulas to memorize. It really gets down to the human side of things, the emotions, the psychology, the biases that, really drive how we handle money.
And that's what we want to unpack for you today. We're looking for those insights, sometimes kind of surprising ones, that show how our behavior, our mindset, truly shapes our financial outcomes. It doesn't matter where you are currently with your finances. This stuff feels universally relevant. Get the complicated math for a second. Okay, so let's jump right in. Housel makes this, well, pretty bold claim. Financial success is way more about behavior than just smarts or math skills. Think about it. Someone maybe, average intelligence but super disciplined, they can often do better than a genius who panics when the market dips.
hmm It's less about being a spreadsheet whiz.
Right, more about patience, consistency, uh, keeping your cool.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is how much that flips the script on conventional wisdom. We're often told you need this high IQ, this specialized knowledge. But Housel is saying, no, it's the soft skills,
Yeah.
your temperament, your ability to wait for something better later.
Yeah.
And that leads right into another really big idea. True wealth is often the stuff you don't see.
Oh, that's such a powerful point because we see the flashy stuff all the time, right? The fancy car, the big house, the designer gear. Housel basically says, well, that's just wealth that used to exist. It's spent,
But
gone.
precisely. It's
Right.
not wealth anymore, it's consumption. Real wealth. It's invisible. It's the money you didn't spend. It's the investments quietly compounding in the background. The emergency fund that gives you peace of mind.
So the person driving the, 10-year-old car might actually be much wealthier.
Could be. Yeah, far wealthier than the person leasing the brand new luxury model because they're accumulating assets, not just displaying spending. It really forces you to rethink success and importantly, stop comparing your own invisible progress to someone else's very visible spending habits.
And here's something I found really, really eye-opening, and I think you will too. Hassel talks about freedom. He says freedom is the ultimate goal, the ultimate dividend that money provides. Not luxury, not status. Freedom.
That's such a profound way to put it. It's not just about buying things. Money, when you manage it well, buys options. It buys control over your time, which is, let's face it, our most finite resource.
The ability to wake up and decide, what do I want to do today? Who do I want to spend time with?
Exactly. Or to say no to a job you hate, or
Right.
yes to taking 6 months off to be with family, or pursue some passion project. That kind of freedom, that control, it offers a kind of return on investment you just can't quantify on a spreadsheet. It's invaluable.
Okay, so if success isn't just about chasing the highest possible returns, and it's more about behavior and this idea of freedom,
Mhm.
what does that imply for, say, saving?
Well, it puts a huge emphasis on your savings rate. Housel argues that how much you save can often be way more important than your specific investment returns. Think about it. Saving is something you directly control. You decide the percentage of your income you set aside.
Right. Investment returns are, well, they're kind of out of our hands mostly. Markets go up, markets go down.
Exactly. Global events, economic cycles, you don't control those.
Yeah.
But your savings rate, that's your decision. And a higher savings rate gives you this incredible buffer. It buys you time, flexibility, options, almost regardless of what the market is doing day to day. It's a guaranteed way to improve your financial standing.
So all this kind of leads to a really important conclusion, doesn't it? Personal finance is just that it's personal, deeply personal.
Absolutely. There's no single right answer, no one-size-fits-all strategy. Your goals, your background, how you feel about risk, where you are in life, it's all unique to you.
So comparing yourself to your neighbor or that person on Instagram.
Yeah, it's usually a recipe for feeling bad. Because their context, their fears, their dreams, what they consider enough, it's totally different. The real challenge is finding your balance. Enjoying life now while also planning reasonably for the future. It's about defining what enough actually means for you personally.
Makes sense.
So when you boil it all down, this deep dive into the psychology of money really shows that financial success, it isn't just about financial literacy, knowing the terms and concepts. It's maybe even more about self-awareness, understanding your own tendencies, your triggers, how you react under pressure.
Right. And maybe as you think about your own relationship with money, here's a final thought from Household to kind of chew on. He suggests the history of money isn't really about economics. It's much more a history of human behavior, of psychology. It's a timeless idea, really. It encourages that longer-term thinking, that self-reflection, and points towards where real, lasting wealth might actually be found. Not just in dollars and cents,